sports, we break it all down. The Vault Studio, the best show in town. Show in town, let's show in town, let's show in town. Lights on, mic check, game time, let's go. Jay George, Scotty running the show. Rock on the mix, keeping it tight. NFL talk every day, every night. Lights on, mic check, game time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio Muscle Podcast.
Welcome to the Gun Show.
I'm the biggest
baby.
cunt in the room, JA. Oh, shit, we can't say that.
Good start.
It's a bad early word. My bad.
YouTube's already kicked off.
It's been a long day. Welcome to the NFL Podcast live show. Some
Preview show.
massive games going on today. Shout out to
Divisional
Brock
round.
Jones saying, get the show started.
How bored are you, Brock?
I was being a bartender.
Shout out to Brock.
And he said double only, and nothing has changed, my boy. Nothing has changed in this room, except I'm the only one.
What?
Because we used to always do doubles only. It's an in joke. Scotty MC.
Looking a little pink around the edges. Was given top out today.
We had a day today.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Very,
Slugged it out.
very enjoyable.
New season of the Backyard Bleed. Who's going to be the Jamie Jury of this combo?
I'm telling you
No,
what, if me and Scotty got on the block, it'd be cancelled immediately. We wouldn't make an episode. Because even if anyone had a mic on what we were talking about today,
I can imagine.
I don't even think it was that bad, was it? There was no slurs or anything, was it?
I think that's part of the problem.
Oh.
that is the problem. And you know what? I don't want to point fingers, but you.
I don't recall any slurs
Hey.
or anything, so therefore I think we're
Shout
all
out to
good.
Tommy.
Shout out to big TA on the ones and twos,
Keeping
getting
it
it done like an
Keeping us
absolute
tight,
legend.
keeping us
Yeah.
sharp.
He's cracking some whips.
All we got to do is go back to the pod, and I had time to work and come back, and the show hadn't even started. So
Yeah, Tommy said, "Hey, I can jump on online if you want. If you haven't started yet at about 9:30." I was like, "Oh no, we'll be well and truly started." And then he jumped on, and we hadn't even started. And that was about 9:45. So
we're discussing life's big problems.
we were having
Yeah.
seven-figure conversations.
Amen. We are.
Yeah, we were. But yeah, big week of football coming up.
I thought we were talking about that chick that got shot in the face.
That's
Wow.
That's a big problem, man.
We actually were talking about that.
Yeah.
Very sad. Depends who you ask.
Paul's very, very good off the long run up already. He said Jay and Scotty would be the gay couple in the block.
Scotty,
Sounds like a little bit of jealousy coming out of Paul.
hey, Paul, I've said this once, and I'll say it again on live
Shout
air.
out, Paul.
If me and Scotty were gay and could be together, it would solve a world of problems.
Hey,
Oh,
man,
for sure.
whatever.
Yeah, actually, the
Whatever.
entirety of my
We
problems
would
be
watch
solved.
football, be rich, and the third one I have to keep is PG rated.
Play games.
Bum each other.
I just play games.
Yeah, play games.
All right, we've got big news. Sporting Globe, Churnside Park, our sponsor. Unreal down there. I caught up with Dave. We're heading down there tomorrow to watch the games down there. If anyone's in the area wants to come down, we're going to be down there watching
true?
the games. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I already told you that.
Did you?
Yeah, in my voice clip when I said I spoke to Dave and
Okay.
we're going down Sunday. Yeah, anyway.
I might not have listened to the whole
Anyway,
thing.
we're all locked in for Super Bowl. QR code
You
on
can
the
only come
screen
down if
right
you're a
now.
Seattle fan. If you're a 49ers fan, I might fucking
All
lose it.
right. Take it easy, Hulk Hogan. Take it easy.
Doyle's the only acceptable one. Oh, actually, no, Doyle's not. Foss is the only acceptable.
Foss is the only one.
He's the
Yeah,
only
shout out
acceptable
Foss.
one.
We
Shout
love
out.
Foss. Yeah, QR code on the screen. Scan it. Buy tickets to the Super Bowl.
And what about the app?
I didn't organize it. We'll do it after. That's my bad. I'll do an
Ah,
individual one for
fair.
that. Yeah, buy your tickets, get down there. It's an unreal day. I'm catching up with Dave tomorrow to go over a few more things. He wants some ideas what we're going to do on the day. So if you've got any ideas that you think would be fun, everyone who watches the show, you know you've been to a Super Bowl, you love football, you know what you like. Give us some ideas on what you would like to happen at the Sporting Globe. So I can pass on to our beautiful
send them
sponsors
to me
tomorrow.
so I can steal them and claim them as mine.
No, I was
Can
going
we-
to claim them.
Like
Oh,
private
right.
toilets?
The fact that you said it
You're
with
on
an,
fire today.
the fact that you said toilets with an R as well is the problem.
Toilet?
Yes, and our social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and really want to give a shout out to YouTube. Tommy's been doing some unreal work there, and
Has he
it's
ever?
reaping the benefits. The subscribers are coming in spades. So if you're not subscribed on YouTube, get on there, subscribe. It's the best spot to watch the video, best spot to interact. So make sure you're on there. And give us plenty of comments. We've had non-stop. We've had so many comments on YouTube. Some positive, some negative. And that's all good. We're happy to people disagree with us.
Some
But
very sour Philly fans are frothing
there
it.
was
I am showering in all their tears.
I got attacked by some Philly fans.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
And you know what? And it only made me stronger. Like, who's the guy with the rings?
Wait till they start egging your house.
I was gonna. No, don't say that. That's bad. Jack.
Before we jump in, we just got some comments like it's popping off early.
Oh, here we go. Who's gone first?
Rocky wants to say, "Let's go Niners" for Scotty.
Yeah, good one. I'll see you tomorrow, Hobbit.
Talk about the pot calling the kettle black.
Hey, he's 1.5. He's 1.5 bricks taller
I've
than
been
him. Okay?
trying compared to Brock and Billy.
Other Brock wants to
I
know
want it
if
back-to-back.
bags. I think he's just talking about his green bags, of course. You know,
I don't even know what that phrase means. Is that a common phrase?
Of
I've never heard
course.
it
When have
before.
I ever said no?
And we've got a great idea for the Sporting Globe on
Yes.
Super Bowl day. George and Scotty have a thumb war, and whoever wins gets to fly JA like a kite on a windy day.
Have you seen this guy's hands? I could have a whole arm to try and bend his thumb.
I can't believe that's what you took from that comment. Lockie, that is outstanding on so many levels. And
No, I got
love
the
it.
kite part.
I
Don't
got a
worry.
cry part too. I got
Yeah.
it all. Don't worry.
I just know I'll never get there.
It's a
They enjoy it.
Serious attack of my loose skin, and I love it.
Okay, bro. We love you, warts and all. Well, I do. Anyway.
Warts.
Do I have warts?
No, warts and all, bro. It's the same.
George, I told
Is
you
this-
that. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you that in confidence, and you brought it up on a live show. All right, let's get into the coaching carousel. Tommy will play his little. This is unreal. This is great by you, Tommy. It's probably very easy to do, but it's outstanding. It's just we saw it on Wednesday
Saw
night.
it the other day.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. So the big one we want to talk about, the only one we really want to talk about, because I don't want to get mowed down in this, but Giants have reportedly agreed to a deal with John Harbrow. They're still working out the money. I believe he wants $20 million a season.
Yeah, close to. That's what I've heard as well. That's sort of his number.
And I think, and this is a bit of beat writer, and nothing solid is saying this, but there's some rumors circulating that the issue with him accepting it right now is with Joe Schoen, the GM, is that he's not totally on board with him being the GM. And that's sort of the issue that's stopping them from signing on the dotted line.
I don't blame him for what it's worth. Josh Haynes is a fucking nitwit. He's got to go.
Well, apparently he wants to bring his own guy in from the Ravens,
Which is sort of...
yeah.
That's not surprising. Is
So
it?
he's got
No,
like
well, that's why he lost his job, isn't it?
Yeah.
he's got some sort of guy there that he wants to bring with him as a GM, and that's sort of, this is all just rumor. Like, it hasn't been reported by mainstream media. It's a lot of beat writers saying this, but I think when there's smoke, there's fire, right? So
you gotta take everything that a beat writer says with a grain of salt, but there's got to be some truth to it. They're there, they've got their finger on the pulse. They're talking to people that aren't prepared to front up to the media and put their name to something. But
and
they're
also,
happy to slip something
if
through.
they say it and the organization it's not true, the organization can be like, okay, well, you're not getting any information.
You lose your accreditation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
there's got to be some. It's obviously been okayed to report this sort of stuff. So I think that's the call. What do we think? I think it's going to get done. I think Harbrow will be there. Whether Joe Schoen's there or not is another story. We can talk about that when it lands. But what do we think about the Harbrow landing?
I think for where they're at and where they want to go, that style coach is perfect for them. They need the like cliche leader of men to come in, install a winning culture. I think that his best years are past him, and I don't know if he can get a good team to the Super Bowl, which was part of my issue with him in Baltimore. But if he can get them from the drags of the NFL to being a good team and a perennial division winner, and then they can find the next coach after that, that's pretty much the dream for them. And he was very good for Lamar's development, and they've got a similar player in Dart. So
Yeah, absolutely. Like Jackson Dart is a very, very similar player to. He just needs to learn how to slide. That's his only problem. I think
Lamar was the same. He used to get a lot of big hits
Yes,
early on
he
in his
did.
career because he wouldn't run out of bounds. He wouldn't slide. He would
Yeah.
kind of make everyone miss. And like it's NFL break.
I think John Harbaugh as well is going to give Dart that sort of confidence to learn that sort of mechanics of sliding and not taking the big hits
to
because
be fair, he got better at it towards the end of the year.
he did, yeah, for sure.
But a seasoned coach is going to come in and tell you you're going to listen to it with the coach with the runs on the board, and I think that's the bonus of going with someone that's tried and tested.
Look, going back to what I 100% agree with what Scott said.
Yeah.
Everything he said is 100% correct. That's what he's there for. He's not there to get this team to a Super Bowl. He's get them to being a
competent football team.
a competent, well-run, well-executing, team that is competing for the division every year. And then even just to get from where they are now to that is a monumental effort in and of itself. Like that's not a 1 year process. That's a 3-4 year process through the draft, through free agency, molding the team properly, getting rid of the people that, aren't necessarily trying all the time, getting the right guys in that are going to play hard.
And you got to understand with the Giants, right? The Super Bowls that they won with Eli Manning, although they're terrific, don't get me wrong, winning a Super Bowl is the ultimate goal, right? But in the last 20 years, they've made the playoffs twice. And they were both as wild cards. They haven't won the division. And they won Super Bowls, fantastic. Like, I'm not shitting on them for that. But you have to understand the long-term success of this organization has not been there. They kind of, and I don't like to use the word, they didn't get lucky to win those Super Bowls. They got hot at the right time to win those Super Bowls and then capitalize on it, which is really hard to do. And, you know, if you look back on it, history will tell us that some of the stuff that happened was like outrageous. Like the two Super Bowls they won over the undefeated Patriots, where you had the David Tyree helmet catch, which will go, and not only what doesn't go down infamy on that play was Eli Manning staying alive in the pocket for so long and not getting sacked, and then just heaving the ball up under pressure. And then that play happened, and then there was the Mario Manningham throw down that sideline, which was actually just one of the best throws you'll ever see. Like that was if anyone ever wants to say it was Eli Manning, I don't think Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer, but was Eli Manning good? You show him that clip, and that tells you enough that he was a very good quarterback for a long time.
Like agreeing with you, like not lucky, but right place, right time, like against the Packers and stuff like that.
They just got hot
in the championship game. Yeah.
They just got hot in the right time. But other than those 2 years, they've been extremely unsuccessful, right? So Harbrow can potentially come in and give them a figurehead coach that can build the organization so it's consistent.
Yeah, just lay a really solid foundation, because I think that's one thing that New York really lacks is a solid foundation. Because you need that strong base to then become a perennial team that competes all the time.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Jules had a comment you can put up on the board if you
want
want
me to go for it.
Yeah, put it up there. He said the Giants are more successful than the Cowboys. And I'd say, yes, Super Bowl wise they are, but in terms of team success, they're actually not. Like their winning record, all that stuff, they're not. And the Super Bowl's almost miraged their lack of consistency and success over the past 20 years.
And Jules is just saying a hello to George as well with this one.
What's up, Jules?
Sup, big dog?
Sup, bro?
No, he actually said Eli's a better thrower than Hurts.
Okay.
Eli's like 9th all time in passing yards. Like
He's thrown
very
he's thrown for like 50,000 yards. Like, shit, bro.
Great call, big guy.
I did see a great video today.
Hurts has played for 5 years. Like, relax, man.
I did see a great video today talking of all this, of just how Eli lives rent free in Tom Brady's mind, because it's the 2 Super Bowls that
I think I saw the same video, and it was like a clip of all the times they've been talking, and he's been like, I loved playing in the NFL unless it was against Eli Manning.
Yeah. And it's like unprompted as well when he says that.
Good. Yeah. And then there's one with Eli Manning, and he's like, guys, the Patriots are bums. I beat him twice.
Yeah, I saw it. He's like, you know how Tom Brady's the greatest of all time? I beat him twice.
The whole team goes nuts. Yeah. Eli Manning's he's become more likable since he stopped being in the NFL. I thought
he was okay at the NFL.
I never disliked him, which is rare for a Giants player for me to not dislike him. But
he didn't really talk that much.
He's become so likable now. Like him and Peyton are so likable and dry and quite funny. I really do enjoy it.
I think Peyton's humor's funny.
Did you see Eli Manning's do the Manning cast for Monday Night Football game? Did you see his present for the last one last week?
No.
He gave him a framed picture with every picture of Peyton Manning's record-breaking first-year interceptions. 28 pictures with how many times? A picture of the guy intercepting the ball who did it, and like NFL record on the top. Peyton's unwrapped it, and he's like, "Yeah, thanks, mate."
he still holds that record too. That might not ever get broken.
Well, unfortunately, Jameis Winston can never be a rookie again.
No.
All right, let's get to the games, which is what we're all waiting for.
And Shador didn't play enough games.
Shador might break it next year.
He won't be a rookie.
That's true. Yeah,
he didn't play enough games.
That's true. 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is so exciting. The Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. Can we start with this game?
Yes,
how
we are.
Pissy has Sean Payton been this week in his press conference? Did you see him tear that guy apart?
But he's always been that way. He's always been an angry unit all the time. Like the guy's responsible for Bountygate, for God's sake. Like, he's just an angry guy.
Yeah, very true.
I personally don't hate it.
No, I don't either.
Well, I think that the questions, and if anyone that doesn't know, the beat writer is referring to Dre Greenlaw running downhill and playing with a little bit of an edge, and Shane Payton.
Shane Payton.
I was like, where am I going with this? He basically goes, "Oh, what do you know about playing downhill?" And he's like,
yeah, you know nothing.
Yeah, you know nothing.
That's unreal. I mean, he's not wrong.
No, the guy's like, yeah, I know. The poor bloke's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't
He
play
should
in
have
the
just,
NFL.
he should have just gave him like a little. Hey, if he's going to be a force player and force the issue and create the cutback, and then Sean Payton probably goes, "Hey, you're all right."
You could see he just got panicked by the response, and then Payton's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be great to have Dre Greenlaw back. Whatever. Next question."
Yeah.
He's just such an asshole.
He's a perennial Pro Bowler. Like, of course
he's a
of course
really
we're
good
better with
player.
him.
Interesting. We got some comments from Lockie, who's our
Resident Bills man.
resident Bills.
Is
man,
it
what I'm looking for.
fire McDermott?
No, that
Nope.
came when we started the show.
Oh, did it?
Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel elevated to the active roster.
Yeah, Ed Oliver's a big in.
Ed
obviously.
Oliver's a massive in.
Has
And
he
in fairness,
changed?
so's Curtis Samuel because
Gives him
they
a little,
lost Davis last week. I've forgotten his first
Gabe
name.
Davis did
Gabe
his ACL.
Davis did his
Yeah.
ACL, which is really sad because he did it last year at another team and he
And
just
Jags.
come back.
Jags.
Yeah, it's a sad thing that's happened. Poyer's out, Hairston's out, and their
Poyer?
linebacker Bernard's questionable.
Poyer's been a big in for them. I know he's an older guy and he knows the system. He left and he came back. But yeah, he's sort of been very good in that back line, making sure everyone is in the right spot, and he's coming down as a force on the run as well. So,
Am I crazy to say that these are all good factors and everything? All fine.
Ed Oliver's
Ed
one of the
Oliver's
best linemen.
a great in.
Yeah.
But this game to me, if the Bills are going to want to win, if the Bills are going to win this in Denver, it's going to come down to two men, Josh Allen and James Cooks.
yes.
If they can run inside, because the Denver Broncos, really their only weakness in defense this year, which is it's a stretch to call it a weakness because they're a very good defense, has been their inside run defense.
Absolutely.
And the Bills
It has,
are
yes.
the best inside running team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, that's just factually correct.
Yep.
So if Josh Allen and if James Cook can get going inside and Josh Allen can continue his terrific play performance, I think he's had 28 touchdowns to 4 interceptions in 12 playoff games, which is
Crazy.
it's the best ratio in the NFL history.
Yeah.
Allen is completely lights out in the playoffs. He might be the best playoff football player ever.
He's definitely up.
He's got to be part of the conversation.
The only problem
With
with
a
him
big
is he
enough
just
body to
hasn't got
work
the
now.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
As soon as he's got it,
Yeah.
it'll be like, all right, tick. He's ticked all the boxes now. I think it all comes down to how they play. If they can dominate the inside run and then Josh Allen can run the read option and take over the game, this receiver stuff, it won't matter anymore because I think the Bills can do enough against this Broncos offense to keep it close so the Bills can win this, because I don't think the Broncos offense is that good, which we can talk about next. But I think that it comes down to what can Josh Allen do against this defense and what can James Cook do against this defense. If they dominate this game, I think they'll actually win quite easily against them because they'll smother them.
Pretty much agree with everything you said. The one thing that I don't think as well that the Broncos are really set up for is the passes to the tight end. And I think that they can exploit them on that front as well,
Yep.
especially if they get Kincaid going, because obviously Kincaid's the focal point of the whole offense. He's obviously a great blocker as well, and they run out of 12 personnel a hell of a lot.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm very interested to see on the flip side how Bo Nix goes in this like sort of game, because
It's a big game, the number one seed.
yeah,
Like,
all the
there's-
pressure is on them.
There's actually, I don't think there's any pressure on the Bills. I think if the Bills lose this game,
I think internally they got pressure on
I
them.
think they do. I think from an outside view, though, it's like if the Bills
You
lose
think
it,
there's no pressure? How can you say that?
because they're going into Denver, who are the number one seed in the NFL.
Yeah.
All the pressure is on Allen, man. Like everyone in the media, everyone, the whole narrative is on. There's no Lamar, there's no Mahomes. This is Allen's year. This is Allen's year. He has to do it this year. This is the only. This is
do you know
the
how
only
hard it
shot.
is to do it coming out of the 5 seed?
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
That's why there's probably less pressure on him.
Nah, I think there is a lot of pressure, and I think he would be putting a lot of pressure on himself.
In fairness, I think he's going to have the same opportunity next year, because I think the Ravens with a lot of changes are probably going to have some teething issues, and we don't know what Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to be like next year after that injury. So I think the
There's no
window.
guarantee that Mahomes even plays next year.
Yeah, I think the window
He's going to be
has.
back before the start of the year.
You think he will be?
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well,
We'll see.
that would be interesting,
Like,
yeah. Whatever.
injuries are those sorts of injuries are tough, so you never know. But if there's one guy you wouldn't rule out, it's a guy like Mahomes, because he will do every
He's a
bit of the
psycho.
work to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but I think and then the Broncos offensively,
Very hit and miss.
I cannot work them out, because there are games where you watch Bo Nix and you watch this offense and you're like, this is one of the best offenses in football. Everything looks so great. They're hitting everything and he's making the right reads, he's making the right plays. And then they score 13 points against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like they just
Or
throw
like
up and
12
down.
points against the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what is going on? Like, I don't know what Broncos offense we are going to get.
Even really like hot, even really potent offenses have those weird games.
Yeah, that's fair.
They do have, like, it's the NFL at the end of the day. Like, and the other team gets paid, and the other side of the ball gets paid too. Like, and it's hard. So, you know, some weeks your defense might not rock up 100%, and you like
Just seems
weird things happen.
Just seems a lot more often for the Broncos this year.
Yeah,
That they have these lapses.
we'd have to go through their games to look at it, you know, really in depth. But yeah, like, I get your point. They have been up and down. There's no doubt about it.
Mm.
My only thoughts are as follows: like, Bills' defense is terrible. They're not good. Like, they're not good.
No, they're not good. You can
And you can
on the right day you can touch them up.
on the right day you can touch them up, and you can definitely run on them, and which is definitely what the Broncos will try and do.
Yeah.
And defensively, the Broncos are very stout. They're very good against the pass here. They're not fantastic against the inside run, which I agree with. They'll be looking obviously to negate that because that's the Bills' biggest strength.
And they're first in the league in pressures. So if they get this into a shootout passing game, that suits Broncos.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Look for Allen to be pressured early. They're going to.
Well, they only had 1 sack and 3 pressures last week, so it's going to be a completely different game for the Bills.
for the Bills.
with.
Yeah, correct. That's
yeah.
exactly my point. That's literally
But the
what I was
Jags
about
are
to
pretty
say.
good against pressures. I would say that being a good pressure team against someone like Allen is almost your own detriment, because if you don't have gap integrity and you're coming so hard from an edge or from the inside and you create a lane, because he's obviously big enough and strong enough you have to really hit him to take him down.
Yeah, the guy's a machine. There's no doubt about that.
If he can sense where that pressure's coming from and find the gap that has been blown, he can torch him.
That's true. I'm not going to disagree with that. But then you got the other side of the coin, like against the Texans, where they literally beat the absolute shit out of him the entire game, and he spent more time on his ass than he did standing up.
And that did happen. But I think the Texans defense is
Texans
a full level
a step
higher.
above, and I agree they are. a step
And
above.
also, Deion Dawkins didn't play that game against the Texans,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
a massive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, your starting left tackle being out is massive.
Oh, and he's like,
Is it all pro?
He's
team?
an all-pro
very
guy.
good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
exactly.
He's okay.
all I'm going to say is that, Bills on the road. They had a good hard fought win against a good Jags team last week. On the road, mile high. Broncos are fully rested, fully healthy, ready to go. They've had 2 weeks to game plan for this game. I'm not going to bet against Sean Payton off a bye.
I think so too.
Off a bye, rested at home.
I don't want to
to
bet against Josh Allen too. It's such a hard game.
It's just that's the point I was going to make. This is my final point. That it as you said correctly, it's all going to come down to Josh Allen, and it's just a lot for one man to have to overcome. He's got to overcome on the road, mile high, which is a thing.
A top 5 defense.
A top 5 defense. Sean Payton.
Yep.
Like it's
Scrambling quarterback. Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to overcome.
Yeah.
And then you got PSU just deletes one side of the field,
Yep.
and they've got no number one receiver.
Josh Allen's had his wide receivers delete half the side of the field.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's got no number one receiver. He's got an quite literally a defensive player of the year deleting one side of the field. Like it's a lot to overcome, man. I'd love it for it to happen because I really like him and I like the Bills and I want them to progress, but I just don't see how.
So Scott Ditcham has a good comment here. He's a big Denver man. Shout out to Scott. Whoever wins this game makes it into the Super Bowl, which I don't think is an unfair.
Well, I said that because Denver have got the 1 seed. I'm on record saying this a month ago that if they got the 1 seed, they got the box seat and they'll make the Super Bowl, and they will.
Yeah. As much as this kills me, I think Denver are going to win this game. I think it'll be close. I think Denver are just going to have.
Well, it will be close because it's
bit
Denver are that kind of team. They're like a real defensively minded team. They run the ball like you said, offense hit or miss. Yeah, probably will be close.
I think what's going to be interesting with this game, these are the 2 teams that have come back the most this year from being behind, especially in the final quarter. So
That's true, yeah.
I think whoever's in the lead going into the final quarter isn't going to be comfortable. And I think that's going to bode well for Sean Payton as well, who will be able to scheme properly to maybe not make the Bills. I know you can't really take into effect what Josh Allen can do, but they've got now Ed Oliver back with Joey Bosa as well. I think that's also going to be a big integral part because Bo Nix isn't going to get settled in the pocket.
Yep, that's fair.
Because that's something that this year, when he's had time to throw the ball, that's when he's been really good.
I personally think if Ed Oliver didn't get injured this year, he's a first team All-Pro. That's how well he played.
It's not outrageous. It's not outrageous.
I'm going Bills.
Yeah, I don't hate it either. I don't hate it either.
I think they can run the ball, control the clock. I think their defense showed last week that they can ratchet up when it counts. They've also done that against Philly. They did it against the Patriots. They might not be a good defense over the snapshot of the entire year.
Yep.
But when they've needed to get stops, they've done it.
Yep.
And they've played absolute balls to the walls. I think Josh Allen and James Cook are just going to suck the safeties in deep. And then when Josh Allen gets off schedule with all this pass rush and stuff like that, he might take a few sacks, but I think he's going to try and take some kill shots
Generate
as well.
some big plays. Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
Is he under any injury cloud? Like with his obviously
thumb.
Apparently, he's got like 4 different injuries.
Yeah,
just like whatever, man.
That's also something to think about as well.
Yeah, I think at this point in the season, most guys playing in these games.
Not the Broncos, they're fucking rested.
Well, they
kind of
are
my point.
rested.
That's kind of my point.
I think one more thing as well. I think Hufanga and Greenlaw are so hyper aggressive that James Cook can actually just read his blocks, dice in and out, and force tackles and break big plays on the ground.
Yeah, I think so too. They can break big plays.
As much as they drill guys at the line and scrimmage, they also just leak big plays as well.
They do. Yeah.
I'm thinking Bills been here, done that. That's what I've been saying all year. There's a lot of pressure on Josh Allen. Yeah, they're going to win.
Beautiful.
He'll definitely step up to the moment. It's just it's just whether or not it's going to be too much for him to overcome. Like, there's no doubt. Fourth quarter, Josh Allen is like elite.
Yeah, 100%.
The elite of the elite.
Yeah.
So
let's see how it plays out. Very exciting early morning game tomorrow. The 12 o'clock game tomorrow. San Francisco 49ers rolling into Scotty's Seattle Seahawks. How you feeling, big fella?
Oh, pretty confident. I mean, Seattle have been pretenders all year, so they'll probably get found out. And
Hey, that's a record. We've got 30 minutes into the show without the Seattle being pretenders mentioned.
no, look, obviously, everything that happened 2 weeks ago, you can't 100% throw it out. Kyle Shanahan is, in my opinion, coach of the year, and he is going to scheme up some wrinkles and this sort of stuff for scoring opportunities. And I don't think that Seattle's defense can just hold this team to 3 points again.
No, that's fair.
I'm not naive to that. But Seattle's defense is built to beat the Shanahan system. And I think it will be hard going, especially without Kittle. They left a lot of meat on the bone last week. They could have really pummeled him pretty badly. So I do think Seattle can win. But I think it'll be a lot closer. It won't be as dominant as what the last game was.
Yeah, that's fair. What I want to see from Seattle is I want to see the offense get back to where it was 5 or 6 weeks ago when they were just so functional. It just seems like the last few weeks they've just been a little bit off their game, a little bit out of rhythm.
Yeah.
Not bad necessarily, because in the 49ers game, they ran the ball. That was their best running game for the entire year with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker.
Oh, for both of them? Yes. Yeah. They've had one guy play really well and one guy not so well.
But it was they had 200 rushing yards in that game. They just couldn't finish in the red zone.
Yeah, a lot of red zone issues,
I said, I think that Seattle are going to generate some turnovers. They're going to generate some turnovers from Purdy because Purdy's prone to that. We saw it last week. It's what kept the Eagles alive in that game defensively.
Fair.
And I think that when Seattle, I think you said rightfully on the podcast this week, George, that when Seattle generate turnovers, they punch you in the mouth and they really punish you for it.
Yep.
So 49ers are going to have to be almost perfect defensively to win this game. And even if they're perfect defensively, that's probably only going to get them 20 points. So
yeah,
I don't think you can be.
I think the talent disparity for the 49ers defense is just, it's not.
It's a great matchup because what are the 49ers going to want to do? They're going to want to initiate that outside zone run so they can run their play action off it. But the problem with that is you have to actually get rushing yards against Seattle to then have them bring their safeties out and try and stop it.
Yeah. And
I don't think they can do that without Kittle. Kittle's a big part of that outside zone.
Well,
huge.
Maybe
the most important part of it.
Well, the Niners beat them. I mean, I know it was week one.
Yeah.
And week one is almost a little bit of a throwaway at this point, the way the league's set up with the preseason and all that.
Yeah.
But the Niners did beat them week one with no Kittle either. He went out early in the first quarter. We did his hamstring.
Seattle also had a lot of injuries week one as well.
Yeah. I don't think Seattle's defense was Seattle's defense for the first.
No, it was still a work in
progress. It took some time to work it out, but This
Defenses
defense is
usually
ready
are.
to go off a rest as well. I would be, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I would be shocked if Seattle lose this game. It would be a really shocking outcome because I think they are much more talented than the 49ers with the injuries and everything. And I think if the 49ers are able to win, it's going to come down to some miraculous coaching and some miraculous plays that to do it. I don't see where it's coming from.
I'd say if the 49ers win, it would be probably more a meltdown on the Seattle side of things than the 49ers actually.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because that was going to be my point. That
I'm shocked.
This on paper, this game should be 30-0 on paper.
Don't throw guarantees out here again.
Like on paper it should be 30-0.
No. Shanahan's that.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at the talent disparity between the guys on offense versus Seattle's defense is out of control.
You did say that last week about.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting very worried about this.
No,
I'm
about
extremely worried about
the
this
49ers.
This is going to come down to one thing and one thing only, and that is whether or not Darnold is going to have a meltdown. It's as simple as that.
I think if Darnold plays well, they win this game.
Yeah,
quite comfortably.
I 100% agree.
But the margins, Darnold can throw 2 picks and the offense is still good enough and the defense is good enough to overcome it.
If Darnold throws 2 or 3 picks, the only thing that's going to save him is the defense.
That's not true. He throws 2 picks and he still scores 30 points.
Well, that leads us
routinely.
That's a segue into Scott Ditchman's question. Is Darnold going to play?
Apparently he's good.
Yeah, so I think that's actually, I'm glad you brought it up. So obviously oblique injury and breaking down football a little bit, you do need to twist and thrust a lot when you're stepping into throws.
Yeah, you do.
And
I've heard you're an expert at twisting and thrusting, Scotty.
Yeah, and usually
I read it in your diary.
Usually my play goes for a lot less than a NFL play.
Dear diary, today I twisted and thrusted. It was the best 3 seconds of my day.
I better say, you know where they have the counter and the QB holds the ball and it's like 1.7 seconds? I'm like, I'll beat that. Don't worry about that. 1.7 seconds? What are you doing for the other 7 seconds? 7 seconons?
Scotty's like, sounds like a challenge to me.
Yeah, the injury. Continue.
So the injury. Obviously, there's a lot of torque and motion going through the hip and lower abdomen when you're throwing. So I think you would only see it on a deep ball or if he's getting hit as he's throwing. And it could be one of those things that he will be fine at the start of the game and could flare up during the game.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't think Drew Lock's he's a pretty good backup.
I agree. I think
he's a pretty good backup. Yeah. And I think, like, no disrespect to the 49ers, but fuck him. I think that even Drew Lock could torch him.
That's a big call. Like, Drew Lock's one of the better backups in the NFL, in fairness.
Yeah. I think our system's good enough to beat where they're at currently.
Yeah, I think that this is just such an interesting game. But I think Seattle win.
I got a question. What if? And I'm not saying I want this to happen because I'm on record saying that I want everyone to be good except the Chiefs.
Fair.
So what you say? So you're on record, but off record stuff's a little bit different.
No.
Shoot.
Come on, I've been consistent. I want everyone to be good. My question is, what if Darnold has another meltdown?
I don't see it this year.
I'm not saying that he will or won't. I'm asking what if he does? Because he did last year, and they were in an almost identical position last year.
No, I think
it's completely different because our O-line's way better and our running game's way better. I don't. If he's
and
a little
your
bit,
defense is way better. Like, calling Minnesota's defense last year the same as Seattle's defense.
No, they're not the same.
It's insulting.
They're not the same, but they're no.
I was just talking about the offensive side of the ball.
Terrible.
No, but
that's fair.
I think that if he has the yips a little bit, that we can control the game in a way that Minnesota couldn't last year. We can run the ball better. We've got good guys that you can dump off to, and AJ Barner and Cooper Kupp to get him going.
And O'Connell, like, the way he coaches and the way he calls plays is he wants to throw the ball 50 times a game.
Exactly. That's what I mean. We can settle Sam Darnold down a little bit, like they did against the Rams. He was a little bit yippy in the first half, came back in the second half, and had 230 odd yards in the second half.
And he diced them 2 drives at the end of the game to win it. Really,
and he diced them up. Like, so they have that ability. I don't think it would happen, but in your hypothetical, if it does, it's going to be.
It's not my hypothetical. I'm just asking a question.
It will be a massive asterisk, and I think that Seattle will maybe look into the playbook with Jalen Milroe, like expanding the playbook and using his legs and seeing what they can get there.
I don't see a world where I don't know if you questions this, but if I don't see a world where they're going to be like, Darnold's let us down, we're going to move on. I don't think that's happening because you need to take into perspective, right? Darnold's this defense. This sounds crazy, but you've almost got to take the Jets years out of Darnold because no one's successful there, right? You name the third best quarterback in NFL history for the Jets was Aaron Rodgers 2 years ago,
and he was dreadful.
And the coach got fired after week 5. That's the bar for that team. So I think if you take away those years, obviously his age has gone on, but the years, if you scrap those 4 or 5 years there, whatever he was there for, and then that Panthers year, because again they were an awful organization then as well. When he went to the 49ers, he learned a lot there, and I think he grew as a player.
And he played okay for a few relief games at the end of the year.
And then since then, he's been a pretty good player. Now, if it happens, it sucks, and I'll actually feel really bad for him because I want him. I feel like he's got that monkey off his back a little bit. And what I'm hoping happens in this game is that he plays lights out and just says, you know what, stop talking about the ghost stuff. It's over now. I'm not that Darnold is dead. I am the new Sam Darnold from the last 2 years, who, like, respectfully to him, is one of the best quarterbacks in football the last 2 years. We've said it plenty of times, mainly last year, that if you'd just been watching football for the first time and watched Sam Darnold, you'd be like, he's the best quarterback in the league.
Look, you're right, but the only caveat to that is that when it was win or go home, he completely melted down.
And I would argue
it was also part on the O-line and part on the receivers and having no running game. Like,
correct, but we've all said that when a team loses badly like that, the quarterback gets all the blame.
No, I actually disagree. My argument on the podcast this week was that Jalen Hurts wasn't getting the blame, right? And that's just the example from recent. Yeah. I think quarterbacks getting all when Darnold had those bad games the end of last year, the whole team played fucking terribly for the Vikings in those 2 games.
Yeah. Personally, I think the coaching was terrible too. Like,
exactly. Everything was everything. And
then he just got hung out to dry.
And because that's what happens, right? Because, as you said before, that's what the money's for, right? If you're a quarterback, you got to take some of that. You got to cop it, right? I genuinely do not think we might get Darnold's a gunslinger, right?
Absolutely.
He's going to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
He will probably have, if he has 1 interception in this game, he's probably played outstanding. If he has 2, you're like, it might not even affect it. It might not even matter. But if he has 4 or 5 and completely falls apart,
because the defense is too good, it won't matter.
But if he completely collapses and crumbles, then we're going to have a very realistic conversation about it.
I hope it doesn't. I don't want it to happen. But
I don't think it will, to be honest.
No, that's fair.
It's literally the only unknown about this game.
Yeah, but he hasn't done it all year, and
he's had a couple of times. He's had a couple of games where he's turned it over badly.
Yeah, one time against the Rams, and they missed a field goal to win the game.
You gonna read it?
Go on. What is it,
Paul? I love you, Paul. You're outstanding. Given what you just said about the Jets and Darnold, JA, is it possible that Mum Rooter, whose name escapes me, is worth another try somewhere?
Wilson. Yeah, Mum Rooter.
Where is he right now? Is he Denver?
Backing up at Miami.
Third string in Miami. Yeah,
they didn't even give him the start at the end of the year. They gave it to Ewers.
It's old Quinny boy.
But starting left tackle's back. That's always big. He's been out for 4 weeks. Kobe Bryant's back for Seattle.
Arroyo is huge in for you guys.
Yeah, stretches the field. Yeah, he's good. He was really good as a rookie. Both our bigger bodies.
He says questionable knee, but he's full participation.
Yeah, he's back.
He will play.
Him and Barner together will be good.
Yeah, he's a quiet achiever.
Yeah,
he's good.
I rate Barner.
Does the job, does the dirty. He actually reminds me of Jake Ferguson at the Cowboys.
Yep,
does all the dirty work. Doesn't care. He gets a couple of catches. He's all good, but he's playing hard all the time.
He's the X factor, as in like he hypes everyone up. Yep. He's the offensive, like what do they call him? The
Jenga piece?
No, not the Jenga piece. Like the barometer. He's the barometer.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Look, this game, they should win this game comfortably. The real test will be next week.
Is it crazy to think
if we get Rams Seattle in the NFC Championship game, sign me up. I'm in.
I'm not.
Is it crazy to think that I reckon this could be a legacy game? Sorry, Scotty, but a CMC legacy game.
No, he's done nothing all year.
No, I reckon
he's not doing it against his defense.
No, I reckon he could go off.
If he does, then it is a legacy game because this is. I would say this is the best defense that CMC has ever faced. I don't think that's a stretch.
He's 2 yards per carry for week 18 when everything was on the line is enough to show that.
That little ball he flipped up perfectly for the linebacker to pick off. We'll see how it plays out. Like the fact that there's 3 teams from the NFC West in the final 14
Yeah,
minutes.
it's great.
It's wild. It's going to be crazy. All right, predictions. I'm taking Seattle. I think they're going to win. I think like 27-14. I think that's where they're going to. I think they're going to get going. I think they'll win. Georgie, what do you got?
I think Seattle 20-10.
Yep. Scotty?
Yeah, I think like a 24-13 sort of
Yep.
49ers win.
All right, Tommy, what do you got? I never ask you. I'm a
Yeah, I'm. Why not? I'll be the stick in the mud. I'll say the 49ers.
I hate you.
Yeah, you're
You're
a
a sack of
such
shit.
a legend.
I just love.
Where do you rank him in the answers now, Scotty?
I just love an underdog, and they are the ultimate underdogs now.
The 49ers can never beat underdog because
Nah.
they've had so much fucking success.
Yeah,
They can-
Why? They haven't won a Super Bowl in how long?
Doesn't matter.
Since actually the year after the Cowboys won their last
Yeah, they
one,
won one for
they've
a
been to
long
like
time.
3 of them.
Yeah.
All right, next game we have the Houston. This is the early game, Monday morning, 7 a.m. Great start time, actually. Actually, no, terrible. I prefer 5 a.m. But anyway,
100% I would prefer 5 a.m.
Houston Texans at the New England Patriots. This is, again, another absolutely dominant defense going against the luckiest team in NFL history in the New England Patriots. Could more things go their way? Absolutely not. Nico Collins is out for concussion protocol.
Yep, he's
Christian
cool.
Gonzalez isn't out for concussion
Yeah.
protocol.
Yep.
Make it make sense.
Gonzalez is playing.
He's playing.
Gonzalez is in 100%.
They've found a way.
Yep.
The team, I mean, the NFL have found a way to make sure Christian Gonzalez is on the field for the ballad of ball New England Patriots.
Yeah.
And call me crazy, I'm sticking fat to my thing. It won't matter. This Texans defense is going to
Yeah.
rip them from head to fucking toe. And it'll be low scoring because the Texans' offensive line is atrocious.
The Texans' offense is terrible. Even
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, but they can
looked-
still
looked like
run the
shit.
ball though.
Yeah, I think
They
they
looked
can.
like shit last week against the Steelers. They looked terrible. They didn't look good. Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
can't say
no, they didn't look good. Like Stroud played awfully last week.
Yeah, he looked
awfully. We
terrible.
said he was trying to do too much, but if Stroud just takes what they give him, doesn't turn the ball over, they'll win this game, and they might win it 13-10.
New
I think
England's
they'll win it.
defense did look good last week.
It was very good. Yeah.
I know
Oh,
the Chargers
everyone
are a
looks good against the
non-existent
Chargers.
O-line, but
Oh, look, people keep saying, "Oh, you can't keep using the excuse of the Chargers O-line." You absolutely can.
You watch the footage.
100%. It's not the world's fault. It's the Chargers' fault. Well, the injuries aren't, but the other 3 guys have had to start this year are their fault too.
Yeah.
Like
I
they
saw
haven't built it that well.
I saw a good clip of Bozeman, the center for the Chargers, in last week's game. They were setting up, and he tapped his guard and went, "We're going to go left." They all moved left.
So the guy
The
went
cen-
right.
and the guard went right, and then
Is that
3 Patriots
Was
rushed
Becton, yeah.
the
He's
other
a
side.
spud. He's an absolute spud. I said it was a terrible signing at the time.
Yeah, he should
He's
have
an
stayed.
absolute
Becton
spud.
should have stayed in Philly. He
Yeah.
made a big mistake.
He got the money.
He took the money, bro.
What's your? I've said my thought. I think the Patriots are one of the most pretending teams I've ever seen. If they win this game, I might have to start changing my mind. But last week
You-
changed my mind in no way.
You won't. You won't. Even if they win this.
Probably
game, you
not.
won't.
I probably won't.
The
I don't
hatred
know.
runs deep, and I got to respect it. Bro.
I don't know why I just think that this team is only in this position
They've
because
overachieved
of
a little bit.
such an easy record.
Well,
And now they're the 1 seed, and they get the banged up Chargers week 1, who have no offensive prowess. Now the defense was good, and they played well against them. Like Drake May did not play very well last week, and then this
First
defense is a
playoff game, though.
step. Yeah, this defense is again a step up from the Chargers.
so the schedule I heard through the week that it's the easiest schedule that any team's ever faced in the last 26 years.
That is true. Since the 91 Rams, actually.
So
the greatest show on turf. That is the best
No, they're
schedule.
not the 2001 Rams.
2001
That
Rams.
was 10 years earlier.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how
You're
easy
right.
it
You're
was.
right. You're right. Yeah.
So
It's the year I was born.
it's
Yeah, I
a
mean,
very a historically easy schedule. They have taken advantage of it and they've made the most of it.
and well done to them. In fairness,
Which
like
is
you've
something.
still got to win the games, and
You
they
still
did
got-
lose to the Raiders week 1 this year, which is wild still when you think about it.
Right. So, but this is far and away the best team that they've faced all year, without a shadow of a doubt.
Do you
they're
think this
more the
team's better
Bills.
than Buffalo?
Yeah, yes, because of purely because of their defense.
Yeah, okay.
Like a top 2 defense is worth more than a Josh Allen led offense, in my opinion, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't disagree actually, because I think you said it during the week, Scotty, that offense will win you games, but you need the defense to win you the championships, right? That's where
Yeah.
it comes from.
And the only
There's not many
reason-
shitty defense, not many teams with shitty defenses that won Super Bowls.
yeah.
There's
Like-
very few of them actually.
So the only reason this game and it probably will be close is because of the Texans defense. Like and I just love the way that they play. Like they just line up like that. There's no mystery. There's no like trickery. They're just like, no, we're just going to rush forward. And we're just going to beat your ass.
And
like,
and if you want a lesson on genetics and why genetics are so important, just Google a picture of Daniil Hunter right now
Hunter,
and understand why genetics is so important when you get to this level of the NFL, because
yeah.
he makes Anderson Jr. look like a pipsqueak.
Yeah.
Daniil
And he's a giant man.
and he's a huge human being.
Anderson's a huge
And
man.
Daniil Hunt, like
Can you get Will Anderson's stats up, please, Tom?
Like
Bro.
I think
6
he's
foot
like,
four,
I think he's
240 pounds, I think.
Yeah, he's huge. And Daniil Hunter is like his arms the size of Anderson's torso.
He won the genetic lottery, man. It's as simple as that. And he's made the most of it. Good for him.
Will
100%.
Anderson is 6'4" and is 110 kilos.
Yeah. So what's that in pounds?
That's 43.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, 6'4", 240. So he's a big man. Anyway, Stroud looked awful last week. He would want to button that right up. I hope D'Amico Ryans has pulled him aside through the week and said, "Hey, buddy, get rid of these happy feet. Stop trying to win the." I think what he's trying to do after I rewatched the condensed version of the game, that I think he's trying to prove to everyone that he's good. Like by the way he plays, like
He's good though. If he just plays normal,
Yeah, but
he is good.
He hasn't been good for 2 years.
No, you're right. He's been lackluster.
He's
for
been
2
very,
years.
and I think he's trying to almost prove to everyone, hey, look, I'm still a good quarterback. Look at all these throws that I can make, and he doesn't need to do that. Like if you've got a top 2 defense, you can literally just dink and dunk, and that'll be enough to win.
The dumb thing is that if he just dinked and dunked and did what he had to do in that Pittsburgh game last week, then late he made some terrific throws when the game opened up.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that's what I mean. If he just not made those stupid mistakes for the first half and a little bit, right?
Which kept it
close and just takes a field goal, runs the ball, whatever they're going to do. Just don't turn the ball over. And then he makes those throws late. We're having such a completely different conversation about him. We're like, smart player that waited until the opportunities were there and then took them with great throws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of those early turnovers, he almost like shot himself in the foot. Like it made him look worse than what he was because he made some great plays in that game. Even on the drives where he ended with turnovers, he made some great plays, but he let himself down. And I hope that he understands in this game that this is a well-drilled defense. This is the defense that is opportunistic and they have some talent, right? Christian Gonzalez is one of the best defensive players in football. He is an extremely good player. Milton Williams, to your credit, you said it last week that if he's going to ball out.
He's a game breaker, bro.
He balled out last week.
Yep.
So you've got to be aware of those guys.
They won't be able to run the ball.
No. So they're going to have to take their chances, wait it out, let their defense generate a turnover, and then punch them in the mouth from the turnover, and then do what they did to Pittsburgh last week, and then go in the second half especially, and then go, all right, well, we've just...
Well, it's really the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
really.
we've just put a pick 6 on you. What are you going to do now? Oh, another turnover. Here we go. And then you just let it roll, let it snowball from there.
Snowball is the right word.
Yeah.
Because that's it. Because it's like, or it's almost like you feel like you're in an avalanche, like you're drowning. Like, oh fuck, we've got to try and get ahead of the change, get ahead. It's like boom, turnover.
Yeah.
And
So they
then
have
it's over.
to, because this team, if you have 4 turnovers in the first quarter and a bit, it's probably over with the Patriots. Like they will beat you. They will make the game unattainable from that point for this Texans offense. It won't be reachable.
I don't know.
They've
Because
got
Drake
some
May,
guys.
the only time he's played against good defenses, he's shit the bed this year.
Yeah. And you love Drake May.
Yeah.
In fairness, we all like Drake May.
We like Drake May. Yeah.
A lot.
But I'm just saying that, like, when the Steelers defense, they had 5 turnovers on him.
Yep.
Atlanta defense had some turnovers on him.
Yep.
And there was another defense as well.
The second Bills game.
Yes, the second
Yeah, I think
Bills
he had
game.
3 turnovers in the second half.
So he's the ultimate downhill skier, using someone else's words, to pad his stats a little bit. And I just don't think.
Well, they are downhill skiers. They've played the bottom 10 teams. Like I'm right to say that they're downhill skiers. They are.
I don't think that he will have that luxury this game.
No,
So think
I agree.
the windows are going to be a lot tighter. The pressure's going to be on him. The only way, I think the most sustainable way for the Patriots to have like an offense is through him running.
Yeah, that's fair.
If the pocket breaks, like if you have an overly aggressive D-line, like we were saying with the Broncos, the exact same thing applies here. That if you got a mobile quarterback, if there's pressure, he'll find where the pressures come from, find the gap in the gap integrity, and then run off.
Yeah.
But on his arm, I don't think that the rest of the team's there.
No, I agree. They're not a loaded offense.
No,
other
they're
than-
not. No.
They're Henderson breaking off some big plays, which is great, and they're May.
Which I don't know if they're going to get that.
No, not against this defense. I think Texans will win. I think it'll be
I think
close.
Texans win too.
Texans will win.
Yeah.
And again, this is just a good game. This is a good game of football. This is 2 teams that I am not fully confident in either of them. I'm really not. If the Patriots play their best, they could win this. If the Texans play their best, they could win this. It's just going to come down to the day. Any given Sunday, in that old phrase.
Yeah.
All right, who you got, George?
I know. I don't know. I don't know who to pick.
Go with your mindset, which I'm going with. Who's got the best coach and best quarterback?
Oh yeah.
The better coach
Is Vrabel.
is
No, it's Ryan's. He's got number
No.
2 defense. What do you mean?
This makes it. Tommy, you've made it even harder now.
That's what I'm here for.
No, I think
Ma-
Ryan's
Ma-
is the better coach.
May is a better quarterback than Stroud,
I agree.
far and away.
Yes, I agree
I think.
at this point. But again, playoffs are a different game. Stroud's been there a couple more times than him, which could help.
He has. I agree with your point that the defense, Patriots defense isn't as good, but they're going to be well drilled. They're going to be disciplined, and I just don't know if the Texans' offense can score enough points.
Yeah,
That's my only concern.
They might even need to score 3.
Oh, that's
Nah,
a
that-
ridiculous.
They're
statement.
not going to shut him out.
You're not going to shut out the Patriots. That's a ridiculous statement.
I hope they do. That'd be unreal. That would
There's no
really
way.
make me happy.
There's no way.
Did they score an offensive touchdown last week? The Patriots?
I think they scored one.
I think it came in a pick 6, didn't it?
Who?
The Patriots last week.
You're right. You might be right. Actually,
They only scored-
they
they only
definitely got a
scored-
pick 6. They scored 16 points.
They only scored on field goals and a pick 6.
Yeah, right.
And the gap between the Chargers defense and the Texans defense is a gap.
Oh yeah, it's a gap. It's Seattle Texans.
No,
Argue as
in the
much as
fourth
you
quarter,
want.
28-yard pass from Drake.
Yeah, I thought he
Henry.
scored one.
Oh,
late, yeah.
right at the end, like a jump
Yep.
time one. Yeah,
Yep.
cool. So for 55 minutes, they didn't have an offensive touchdown.
Mm.
So
I
Yeah.
still don't know if the Texans can score enough.
History
points.
just tells me to bet on the white quarterback wearing the New England Patriots colours.
Good, Dave.
That's as
That feels like trauma.
that's as sound advice as you could probably get. To be honest,
That's fair. That's fair. All right,
I
I'm
think-
taking Texans. You're taking Patriots then.
I don't know,
George,
man.
shit'll get off the pot. You're being a real JA right now.
oh no,
Fucking hell, there's only room for one fence sitter in this podcast.
I'm gonna take the Patriots off a bye.
You've been riding them all year, George.
yeah, I know.
Patriots didn't get a bye.
No, they didn't.
Oh no,
played
they
the
didn't. You're right.
Chargers.
Sorry, you're right. No,
That was pretty much a buy.
pretty
though.
much a bye. I'm gonna take the Patriots at home. Just
Yeah. Okay.
Is
like
the weather going to be an issue? The Texans, are they good with cold weather?
When you've got a good defense,
Defense travels.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Fair.
All right, Scotty, who you taking?
Texans, and I think if you're a betting man, Drake May over whatever the line is.
Yeah, fair enough. Tommy, who you taking?
I'm taking the Patriots.
All right, very good. I hate the Patriots.
Sorry.
All right, next game we have the LA Rams traveling. If you told me the LA Rams at 12-5 would travel to the Chicago Bears at 11-4 in the
Oh, yeah,
divisional
yeah,
round,
that's
I would have
crazy,
told you you're a fucking idiot. But yeah, well done to Chicago. They will host the Rams, and this game, I think this game could be the best game of the week.
no, I think the Broncos game is going to be the better game for what it's worth.
I think
This
the
is still
Seattle
gonna be-
game's going to be the better game,
This is going to be a very good game.
regardless of the score.
You got two very well coached teams. You got two very very good offenses that both want to score. I think the weather's going to play a huge.
I was just about to say,
Let's start with
Whether-
the weather.
there's
whether people like it
genuinely
or not.
a fucking blizzard
Fucking
coming to
blizzard?
this game. Like,
This is going to come down. Do you know why? I'll tell you why I think the Rams are going to win this game.
You think they will or they won't?
They will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is going to come with the weather. It's going to come down to defense. And I think that one, Stafford knows how to play in the cold because
Yep.
he didn't get the Detroit Dome. He was playing in the cold. So he's used to it. He knows how to play in it. And we saw him play pretty well against the Eagles last year in the snow. Like it was a pretty close game. It was just a missed throw at the end. Like it was a barn burner. And
It was a close game.
I think Chicago's defense, if they don't generate turnovers, is a pretty awful defense, and stats back that up.
Mm.
So I think they rely on turnovers, and I think in the cold weather, I think the Rams are less prone to turning the ball over. They will run the ball hard. It will be low scoring because of the weather, and the Rams are just a more polished defense that will be able to, like Caleb Williams. Everyone, the weather it suits Chicago.
no, it doesn't.
When was the last time Caleb Williams played in he's from USC in California?
Yeah, it's very true.
When was the
It
last
is
time he had a
it
big
is-
game in the snow?
It is his second season in Chicago.
Yeah, but when was the last time he had a big game in bad weather?
Do you know the weather for Chicago on
Yeah,
Monday
yeah,
or
hit it.
Sunday, their time?
Yeah, hit it.
It's going to be negative 13.
Mm.
Degrees Celsius, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. If
'Cause
you
we're
want
not-
Fahrenheit,
we're not
it's
psychos.
if you want Fahrenheit, it's 8.
No, we don't want Fahrenheit ever because, as I said, we're not fucking
Yeah,
psychos.
it's
all right.
having a
Well,
freezing point, but it's not zero.
The biggest thing is that it's a 32-kilometer wind.
Yeah, nice.
It's very windy.
can I just add on to your point as well? So obviously both teams are going to want to establish a run, and the way that Ben Johnson tries to run is with motions and run outside
Movement,
with a cutback lane. I think that when you're in these type of conditions on Soldier Field, that sort of stuff isn't there. The way that the Rams really want to run the ball is one step cut.
Yep.
And I think the most direct route this game is going to be the best route.
Yeah.
And I think that you can grind a team down, hold possession, just run up the gut, then have one come out, run a counter back in. Don't play around with it too much. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. This is playoff shit weather football.
Yep.
And I don't think Ben Johnson's learnt that just yet.
What I've got on the screen is a live look at what Chicago looks like right now. And it is...
Looks like my worst nightmare.
And it's completely covered in ice.
It looks like short and t-shirt weather. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, no, it's
I think pretty gross.
the weather's
Not
going to
that
play a
bad.
huge factor. There's no doubt about
Not
it.
that bad, Scotty says.
It's all right.
Not that bad, Scotty says with a grin. I'm becoming an author. I don't know if you guys know.
You're what?
I'm becoming an author. I'm writing a book. That's how you write books. I'm not. That was a joke. Scotty didn't know what an author was. That was the problem.
Actually,
Public education.
Paul's got a great point, which I kind of subscribe to. I reckon Chicago may have hit their wall for this year and are going to be content with the year that they've had. And a good team like the Rams will go beautiful and smack them in the mouth.
Look, I'm going to be shocked if we don't get a Rams Seattle.
I don't agree with that statement at all. I think the Bears are riding the wave.
I just mean subconsciously.
No, I think Ben Johnson's a complete psycho. I don't think he's content with anything.
He's not let them fucking hit a lull.
Is he the craziest coach in the NFL? He's crazy.
He's got a lot of white line fever.
And I love it. I actually love it.
I've done like a real quick scan. I think Sirianni's the most crazy.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel's
he's
not a
right
coach
there.
anymore.
No, we're talking crazy, not incompetent.
No, but
Remember that.
Sirianni, I mean, the dude shaved his head and abused the crowd.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Did he shave it first, or did he abuse them and then shave his head?
I don't know. It's all sort of melded.
Isn't that what 2023 was called?
Yeah.
So
we still talk about the Eagles. How does it ever happen?
and I haven't brought them up once for the record.
Scotty's the problem.
These two fucking
it was a genuine comparison. I mean,
they this is going to be a very, very interesting game. The weather's going to play a huge factor. I'm not sure that I'll think the Dome team can get it done in that cold.
really?
Nah, I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams for sure.
I'm more confident in the Rams in that weather.
The Bears have got a little bit of a team of destiny thing going on this year. They're very similar to the Commanders last year.
Yeah, and where'd that get them?
Well, it got them to the NFC Championship game.
And they got pumped by a better team.
Yeah, they did.
Which will probably happen next week.
They did.
Which you should be happy about.
Oh, I want the Bears. 100% I want the Bears.
They did. I think they got a little bit of
No
team of destiny
disrespect to
about
the
it.
Niners.
I think we're going to say I played. This game's exciting because it's the weather evens it out because I think both quarterbacks will struggle somewhat in that. I'm just backing Stafford.
And to be fair, like the Rams offensively have not set the world on fire the last month. Like they haven't been great. Like if you go back and look at their games, like even last week against the Panthers, like they didn't show anything that would make.
I think they still scored 30 points against a pretty like the Rams.
Don't rate the Panthers
are a
defense.
pretty good.
The Panthers defense is good. It's borderline top 10 statistically.
No, I don't think it's borderline. It's top 10. It's borderline top 5. That's how good they're a very.
Oh no, I
very
thought it
good
was
team.
sitting at like it was flirting with like 8 to 10.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
But they're very good.
They didn't set the world on fire. Even their last game when they played, who was it? The Falcons. They lost to the Falcons.
They lost to the Falcons. Yeah, they played Carolina. Not Carolina. They played the Cardinals to finish the year.
Cardinals, and they didn't set the world on fire against them either. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's a big. That's a question mark. Is all I'm saying.
All right, I'm taking the Rams. I'm not taking the Eagles. I think this game will be exciting. I think it'll be a good game. It's not going to shock me if the Bears win this in the slightest, and I'd be happy with either of those teams winning because I actually like both of them a lot. I think they're very exciting.
I prefer the Bears to win, but I think the Rams are just too good. Been here, done it.
Yep.
And Stafford at this point in time is a better quarterback.
Also, shout out to McVay when they asked him in his press conference if he's going to talk to Cram It In, Cram Hold the Floor about the coach because they've played him 3 times this year. And he's like, what do you think? And he's like, no, seriously. We're going to watch the film. We're going to break it down and just know that LaFleur's a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
He couldn't have responded. Like, McVay might be a psycho. Too.
He is. I think he's definitely on the psycho.
He goes from like, he started psycho and then like trying to smooth it over, and then this smile on his face at the end. You're like, that he's going to kill us all.
Yeah.
You know he's going to be a
Like,
psycho if
it's
he's wearing
crazy.
the 3/4 pants with no socks in the weather this week.
He will. He loves it. He's crazy.
so-
All right, I'm taking Rams. Who you got?
I think Bears in a close one. I think
I don't hate it.
Bears in a fourth quarter comeback is
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Oh, that'd be unreal if they did it again. Scotty, you got Rams?
Yeah, I got Rams. Yeah.
Tommy, who you got, big dog?
I put my little Super Bowl thing in with the NFL. I said the Bears are going to go all the way. I love a team.
You love an underdog.
I love an underdog. Why not?
It's a Cinderella story. If they win the Super Bowl this year, what like?
That'd be
it'd be-
fantastic.
Niners
Great
Bears
opportunity.
championship game. Write it down.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? You are cashing a lot of checks. You are writing a lot of checks you can't cash tonight.
I can't wait to talk about Baltimore
Until next week, then when the championship game is happening, and then
All right, that is it for us this week. As I said, if anyone's in the area, Churnside Park, our beautiful sponsors, Sporting Globe Churnside Park, we'll be down there watching the night game tomorrow, 49ers Seattle. So pop in, say hello. There'll be a group of us there watching. Shout out to our sponsors there. QR code on the screen. Scan it. Buy tickets for Super Bowl. Do not miss out. It is a terrific venue. And our socials, give us a follow on all of them. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Guys, if you don't subscribe to us on YouTube, but you have a YouTube, even if you're not going to watch it on YouTube, do us a favor and just go and bash the bell, as Scotty would
we're
say.
close
Absolutely.
to 200. We want to try and get there.
We're really
by-
trying to break it because
200.
we feel like if we can get it going.
Money.
I think it was at 35 when the season started.
Oh well, that's
So it's
Shout
I
out.
said, people that have millions of followers are going to be like, listen to these peasants. But it means a
They
lot to
started
us.
somewhere too.
Exactly. It means a lot to us. So if you could go there, subscribe to us on YouTube, it helps us. We're trying to reach that goal by the end of the season. So it would really help us out. Shout out to Tommy on the ones and twos tonight.
Absolutely.
Unreal to have him back in the building, getting it all done for us. And good luck to everyone whose teams are playing. And if they're not, enjoy football. Peace out, everyone.